Acute Care Hospital Rehabilitation Division located in St. Joseph, Missouri at 98432 glycosaminoglycan Lane. Here at St. Gigi's, our mission is to inspire healthier communities by providing affordable and real quality care. Our vision here at St. Gigi's is to provide that quality care through cultural competence, evidence-based practice, and skilled interventions. We will provide cultural competence by respecting all individuals' differences and beliefs. We'll provide evidence-based practice by integrating the newest research into their practice. And we will display skilled interventions by displaying critical thinking as related to patient care. Here at St. Gigi's, we are the only hospital in a 50-mile radius, so that means we have 100% of the market share. Parts of our marketing plan are providing pro bono fitness evaluations to first responders, medical career opportunities at local high schools, and we have an affiliation with Northwest Missouri State University, local media advertisements, and billboards. Come on, I'll show you around.
St. Gigi's Hospital, we expect to have several sources of income. Our first set of income will come from Medicare, and we expect Medicare to pay at the set federal rate. Medicaid is also a potential source of income, and we expect them to pay at the set state rate. We also will accept private insurance at 60% of what we bill, private pay at 100% of what we bill, and private donations and government subsidies as they donate.
At St. Gigi's Acute Care Hospital Rehabilitation Division, we hire 2 to 3 physical therapists full-time, with the most senior physical therapist acting as the manager of the department. We also hire 1 physical therapy assistant, and we hire PRN staffing for the weekend and holiday shifts. If no PRN is available for the weekend and holiday shifts, we will provide a bonus policy for full-time employees to hire or to cover those shifts. Recruitment of said staffing will be done by job listings on St. Gigi's Hospital website at gategagsandgoniometry.net. We will also send out emails to directors of local university programs and attend career fairs. For physical therapists, their job description is to diagnose patients, restore optimal function, and prevent the onset and progression of functional limitations using the latest evidence-based practice literature. Other responsibilities include carrying out treatment plans, evaluating effectiveness of treatment plans, recommending adjustments and modifications, complete discharge planning with care teams, create home exercise programs, document care services per state and federal regulations, maintain patient confidentiality, maintain a safe and ergonomic working environment, follow infection control policies, develop and conduct in-service training programs, and create optimal goals for patients. Interviewing practices. Potential employees will complete 2 interviews before hiring. The first interview will be a phone interview, and the second interview, as seen here, is an in-person interview with the lead therapist, therapy managers. Potential employees will complete a drug screening process and background checks prior to hiring. For the hiring process, employees are required to maintain a basic life support certification, first aid certification, tuberculosis titers, and annual flu shots. Employees will also complete assigned competencies before the first day of work. Mandatory competencies include infection control, safety, abuse, and neglect, documentation, emergency response, conflict resolution, hazardous materials, and patient rights. Employees may be subject to additional competencies on a case-by-case basis, depending on their department. Additionally, all therapists are expected to accept students for clinical rotations. Quarterly in-services will also be implemented by students or third-party vendors. Our payer mix and typical salary include a 2 to 3 year turnover rate due to the rural location of the hospital. The most senior therapists will serve as a mentor for the newest hire. We are an equal opportunity employer with employees hired at will. A 2-week notice is required for resignation. Typical salary for a new grad therapist in Missouri is $65,000 to $75,000 a year. An experienced therapist in a rural setting can anticipate a salary of $100,000 a year. Therapists will receive an additional stipend of $1,000 for continued education courses.
Hello, I'm Marie, and I'm here to talk about the management and organization here at St. Gigi's Acute Care Hospital Rehabilitation Division. As you can see on our pyramid, we have several other levels of organization. At the top, we have the board of directors, and below them, the hospital administrator, followed by the department managers, the physical therapists, and the physical therapist assistants. So we'll be at this nice yellow-green level at the physical therapist. The role of the board of directors is to determine the health insurance coverage for new employees, among other things, in the hospital. Each row of the pyramid reports directly above, culminating with the board of directors, as you can see at the top. So now let's talk about the medical records and documentation. Here at St. Gigi's Hospital, the documentation will be completed through the program called EPIC. All documentation must be completed before the next scheduled therapy session or within 48 hours of the first treatment. All employees must follow the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, also known as HIPAA. Documentation guidelines may vary by department. In the case of a system-wide power outage, all documentation will be completed on paper and stored in a locked file cabinet in the manager's office until the system is again rebooted. Once the system is rebooted, all of this information will be put into the system. Only hospital-approved abbreviations are to be used in the medical record. An official list will be given upon hiring to all new employees. Thank you so much.
Welcome to St. Gigi's Hospital, where you will get real quality care. Let me give you a tour of our facilities and equipment. This right over here is our freezer. It houses all of our cold packs. Right here we have our hydroculator, which looks similar but is the opposite of the freezer. It makes hot packs be hot. Don't put your hand in there. Over here we have our electrical stimulation machine. It does several different functions, including NMES, TENS, Russian stimulation, and ultrasound. It's an expensive machine. We are very lucky to have one. Here on the other side of the gym, we've got some exercise equipment, which is essential in a physical therapy gym. We are very lucky to have both a treadmill and a new step. Behind me here, you can see one of our phenomenal physical therapists working on an equally phenomenal patient. Let's move on to the next equipment room. High-low tables are essential in the physical therapy gym, both with physical therapy body mechanics, as well as assisting patients who need help with sit-to-stands. Therefore, we have many of those in our gym. As you can see, I'm showing off one of our latest models. It has one speed, up and down. Over here, you'll see our parallel bars, equally as important to the rehabilitation of many different patients in our gym. You can balance on it even. It's really, really great for ambulating, as you can see here. Patients won't lose their balance between ambulations. Follow me on over to this side and you have our full-length therapy mirror. We are very proud of this device right here. This is a great tool to use for neuromuscular rehabilitation, as well as showing patients where their body is in space. As you can see behind me, here's our phenomenal physical therapist with our equally phenomenal patient working on some stair training. They look like they're having fun, don't they? Follow me on back here. This is where the real magic happens. Whoa. So, right here you can see that we have many different types and styles and sizes of assistive devices. They're really, really great for patients who may need a little bit of an extra push between ambulation. In this room back here, we've got our storage room, where you can see very similar looking therapists and patients working on their therapy ball. That's really great, guys. Keep working on that proprioception.
policies and procedures here at St. Gigi's that keep us running like a well-oiled machine. Delivery of care. All patients with a physician's order will receive 5 sessions of physical therapy a week for 60 to 90 minutes. Each patient will give informed consent before attending therapy, and delegation to a PTA will be contingent on the safety and complexity of the patient as determined by the physical therapist. Attendance policy. Therapists should arrive no later than 10 minutes before their scheduled shift. A no-call, no-show will result in immediate termination. Full-time staff has the option of receiving holiday pay on national holidays. PRN staff will cover full-time employee shifts on the holidays. Dress code. Therapists are to wear clean scrubs or khaki pants with a business casual top, closed-toe shoes, a name tag or badge, jewelry proper for patient care, no artificial nails, and no visible tattoos. If violated, a verbal warning is issued on the first offense. The employee will be sent home to change on the second offense, and a professional review will be conducted on the third offense. Utilization review. The lead therapist will monitor all outcome measures to ensure affordable, real quality care. The billing department will review documentation for accuracy and consistency. Department managers will review productivity at 80% and make patient assignments accordingly. If productivity of 90% is reached, therapists are entitled to a $50 bonus quarterly. Annual performance reviews will be conducted with the therapist, direct manager, and department manager. In addition, peer performance reviews will be conducted twice annually. Any issues will be discussed with the manager. Communication. Therapists will use hospital-based phones and call lights to communicate with other staff members. A daily interdisciplinary staff meeting, or huddle, will occur to discuss pertinent patient care information. There will be an additional staff meeting with the physical therapy department weekly to discuss patient care, patient surveys, productivity, units per therapist, and new equipment.
Infection control is really important here at St. Gigi's, and we take it very seriously. As you can see here, we've got a hand sanitizing machine, which is really great for convenient close call types of infection control where you just need a quick sanitization. We also have built-in sinks in every therapy gym. This is really important to be doing in case you ever have soiled hands. So you would wash your hands in our therapy gym. We also have towels, which are paper, to eliminate even more germs that could potentially fester on cloth towels. That shouldn't be there. Those are cookies. This is a therapy gym. This is not a designated food area. I'm going to throw these away. Plus, they have raisins in them. As you can see over here, though, we've got one of our phenomenal physical therapists working on sanitizing our equipment. Equipment is sanitized following every patient treatment, and as well as assistive devices, any sorts of toys or balls that are used, or weights. We also have physical plant come in every evening to make sure the trash is cleaned out, floors are swept, and general hygiene of the gym is maintained. In addition to all of this, we also bleach all of our equipment twice annually to make sure that heavy-duty bugs really meet their end. We also keep logs next to all of our therapy equipment just to make sure that its maintenance is well kept.
Here at St. Gigi's, we like to identify our risks and manage them. A few ways we do that are by identifying our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Some of the strengths of St. Gigi's are that we have annual training for employees and a code of conduct. We have 2-week pay periods. We provide malpractice insurance for our employees. We have HIPAA compliance, mentorship programs. We take students for clinical rotations. We're a premier healthcare facility. We provide quarterly in-services, and we see a variety of patient diagnoses. Some of our weaknesses are decreased access to supplies due to our rural location, We're a large distance from larger hospitals that provide more complex procedures. We have difficulty recruiting employees due to our rural location, and we have a limited number of specialists. Some of the threats to St. Gigi's are a low number of personnel, decreased potential income due to the population of insured in the area, and also a nearby Veterans Affairs hospital. Some of the opportunities we have here at St. Gigi's are to advertise and fundraise locally. We have medical career education opportunities at local high schools. We have job recruitment from local colleges like Northwest Missouri State University, and we provide pro bono fitness evaluations to first responders. And also, we have a very great new opportunity as we're providing a new cardiothoracic wing to our Rehabilitation Services Division coming in 2025.